Yastrzemski with some impressive production lately. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. That one to first, Guerrero. He'll do it himself, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Ground ball right side. A sliding stop. Over to first. And it's a great play for the out.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder, Eli White.
Here's the center fielder, Eli White. He's grounded out a couple of times. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Let it for you, I get checks. I'm investing half and blowing all the rest. Like making moves, no GPS. Brand new pool, like still fresh.
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Suarez.
Well, he's struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per any pitch so far this season.
And now the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Center fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Pitch hitter coming on, Miles Straw.
Well, with his speed, he can really make some things happen leading off.
The 0-1. In the air out to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
At the plate, Kazuma Okamoto.
That's the ball.
Safe at second, and that was not close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Right third. He's safe.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone here. Next to hit, Andres Jimenez.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it. No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. One away with a runner at third. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Pitch misses outside, and that's ball one. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. No challenges left for them now. And the 1-0. That one ripped, but foul.
Sinker. Low middle. Slider. Middle outside.
Fouled off left side.
Sinker. Low inside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Slider. Low outside.
That's to third, Okamoto. And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
So back to the top of the order. Here's Profar now. 1 for 3.
That's the ball. That's down.
Sinker. Low middle.
Profar wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
The 1-0. Misses
That missed.
just
That's
off
the ball.
the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Nance, the tall righty. He features a slider, a slurve, and he works in a sinker. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tommy Nance out of the game. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
On the mound
Toronto,
now, Mason Fluharty.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Two on, one out. Swing and a little roller right side to second, but he beats the throw.
No,
Save.
he did it.
And now Drake Baldwin. That one's in there. Strike one. Fluharty. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Grab ball up the middle. Jimenez to second. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Ian Hamilton.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer.
Hee-haw! That's a ball. Outside.
And a swing and a miss. Towards first, Olsen handles the chance. He takes it on his own, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. One home run shy of 200 for his career.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Ball.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. The Braves leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings through, and that's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. Just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach, when you can hand the ball off with multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Barger in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
No, that's outside. Ball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Braves 6 and the Blue Jays 2. Back here in Atlanta, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Four seam fastball. High outside.
Flew hard.
Ball.
He's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact.
That's a ball.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
Tell fans a little bit about the difference between a cutter and a slider.
Well, a cutter looks more like a fastball, but it has that late movement like a slider that's hard to pick up. Now with the slider, it's a little slower, the spin is different, and sometimes you can recognize that, and it tends to break a lot more horizontally and vertically than the cutter.
Got him. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Braves, left fielder, Mike.
And next for Atlanta, Mike Yastrzemski. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Mason Fruho will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So the
Toronto,
closer summoned from the
number
bullpen,
23,
Jeff Hoffman.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Slider. Middle inside.
Here.
Sinker. Low outside.
Late with the swing there. Hoffman, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. That's
Ball.
a little bit low.
Four seam fastball. High inside.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. See you later. Mike Yastrzemski leaves the yard. It's his 8th home run of the year. And they tap one on the board. It's 7-2.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
One down. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. Albies thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Hot shot to third. Whips it to first. And Albies is
Up
retired.
next for the Braves, center fielder, Eli White.
2 down, base is empty. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Eli White. 0 for 3 in this one. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Ground ball, left side. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. One more for Atlanta on the homer. Last chance coming up for the Blue Jays.
No pain, no gain, no doubt. Work it out, 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 work it out.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back,
Braves,
and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Lucas, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Next offering is foul back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. On the ground to third. Throw on to Olsen. Blue Jays have just one out left here.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder, Miles Straw.
And next for Toronto, Miles Straw. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He
that's
saves runs in
outside.
the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Two down, nobody on. High fly ball, right field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.